It's once again the spookiest time of the year, when we dress up as beings we either love or fear. And I, for one, adore these transformations, but I also enjoy a little education. There are so many aspects of non-Western history that the mainstream syllabus will leave as mere mysteries. But every story known deserves to be told, no matter where from, no matter how old. So today I shall kill two birds with one stone, or as Peter would say, feed them both with one scone. By emulating none other than Vlad the Impaler, legendary leader and gruesome assailer. Now before we get into the story of this man, let's examine his portrait and conjure up a plan. And while I would love to continue this rhyme,
I honestly can't be arsed. Yep, that's right. Today I'm going to be dressing up as Vlad Țepeș, and this is the iconic painting I'll be using as my reference. Starting with his outfit, there are a few key components that are really going to sell the look. First of all, he's wearing a lovely red velvet top that he complements with what I'm guessing is a fur shrug. He's also got some gorgeous fur above his lip. But most striking is, of course, that hat. I mean, just look at that specimen. Now, while the clothes are cool, his crazy headpiece and facial hair are by far the wackiest parts of the outfit, so they're also what I made first. To do so, I gathered the following materials. Some borderline seductive cardboard from my basement. Just look at that low to mid-tier quality. This will be used for a few things actually. I also got a selection of party mustaches. As you can see, they're all super convincing and come with really charming names like Scoundrel and Rogue. These were not found in my basement though. Next, I bought a red beanie to act as the base for his hat situation. There's not much I can say about this boy, but it does have some good stretch to it, and this becomes relevant later on in the video, so stay tuned for that riveting bit of content. To stick onto the beanie, I ordered some self-adhesive, crafty, pearly, beady thingies, and the final piece I ordered was, unfortunately, this badge. I say unfortunately because bringing Soviet imagery into the equation makes no real sense. I mean, the USSR is centuries younger than my guy Vlad, and he definitely wouldn't have worn this pin, or even known what it meant. But of all the badges I could find, this one did look the closest to the one he did actually wear, and the fact is, communism was one of the scariest periods in Romanian history, so maybe that makes it suitable for Halloween? I don't know, I'm trying to justify this purchase somehow. Anyway, let's get to the actual making of this hat. So I started off with this cursed pin. I used the bendy wires at the back to attach it to the hat, which was easy enough, however it did keep popping out, so I wouldn't recommend this system to future badge buyers. But whatever, that was a minor issue, it stayed in place for the most part. Then came the grueling task of pinning all the pearly things onto the brim of the beanie to mimic that bedazzled look he's got going on. This took, and I'm not exaggerating at all, forever. So I'll just let my past self carry on while I tell you some more about the guy I'm dressing up as. So Vlad Țepeș, or Vlad the Impaler in English, went by many names, but his official title was Vlad Dracula III, and that's where some believe the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula comes from. Of course, the real Vlad was no vampire, but his story is nothing short of legendary. Dracula is notorious for his favourite method of torture, impalement. And while it would be easy to dismiss him as a barbaric and cold-blooded leader, it's not so black and white. Vlad was originally born in Sighișoara, Transylvania, in 1431. And after the assassination of his father and brother in 1448, he moved to their home in the southern region of Wallachia to defend his family's honour until he died at the age of 45. Of course, I can't gloss over how he did this. It's estimated that he killed around 80,000 people in his lifetime, and in 1462, he left a battlefield filled with thousands of impaled bodies as a warning to oncoming Ottoman rivals. But this would have been nowhere near as shocking back then. Things were very different in the 1400s. Dracula was a well-respected man, recognised for his skillful and organised military leadership. He was even praised by other European leaders and the Pope himself. Yes, he did cause harm to an obscene number of people, but it was hardly uncommon practice 6 centuries ago. So when he died in 1476, he became a local hero for his efforts, and I think he should be remembered as such. After all, we hold a lot of past monarchs in high esteem for doing equally terrible things, so why should Vlad be the villain? Anyway, back to the costume. So what's happening here is that when I tried the hat on to check its progress, I realised the fabric stretched a lot and left these really awkward gaps, so I basically just filled those with even more beads. I then took a quick break from the hat to choose my moustache. I decided Party Boy was the best fit. And then it was on to the feathery thing that sticks out of the hat. This is where the cardboard first comes in. I cut out the shape of this piece, and then realised I could peel a layer of paper off it and uncover the ribbed layer underneath. This sort of looked like the fan thing on his hat, I suppose, so that's what I did. Next, I realised I didn't have any sticky pearls big enough to match the ones on his feathery thing, so I basically doubled the pattern and did 2 blobs for every one of his. And once I'd sorted the head, it was time for the body. Amazingly, I already owned a funky looking shrug thanks to a film I made a few years back. And there's Alfie interrupting again because, yeah, that's what he does. Let's let him have his little moment. Okay. I also have a velvet bodysuit that looks really similar to his top, but it was missing the buttons, so I had to make those. And this is where the cardboard comes in again, because basically I just cut out some circles and scribbled on them to add a bit of texture, and I did this 3 times. And then the outfit was complete. So this is what I ended up looking like. Bruh. Yay. But of course, this wouldn't be complete without a final comparison photo. And as my bedroom is a building site, it actually ended up being the perfect location for this shoot. My walls are all kinds of colours and have a very grungy texture that match the background of his portrait. Unfortunately, my kit is very basic, so I ended up holding my own light while controlling the camera with a remote. And after all that, this is the final result. Obviously I'm not a real cosplayer, this was very sketchy DIY, but hopefully you enjoyed the ride, and if you did, please like and subscribe, because that would make me very happy. Thank you.